This is yours truly, George V. Johnson Jr. I'm here in Collingdale, Pennsylvania, visiting the cemetery and gravesite of the late, great Hank Mobley. And as you can see, it's at the historic Eden Cemetery, established in 1902, the National Register of History Places, monument for sale. So as we walk down here, we go to the entrance of the cemetery. Now, what's so fascinating at this entrance is you see it's a memorial right here. There's a memorial right there with an American flag flying on it. And it says, in memory, the colored soldiers of Pennsylvania who fought and died in France from 1917 to 1918, that liberty, equality, and fraternity might be established between all nations and among all peoples. That's at the entrance. And as we walk down here, we enter the cemetery. It wasn't hard to find it. I came a little early. As you walk in the cemetery, as you can see, it's a nice, well-kept cemetery. And that's my car over there. And Hank's grave is I can cut through. We're gonna walk around. Hank Mobley's grave site is actually right around here. Well, my shoes are already messed up, so it don't really matter. We'll take a little shortcut. So as you can see, it's a well-kept cemetery. And the people on the inside were very nice. The receptionist, she went into the safe and found Hank Mobley's the number of his grave site and location. And this young man, he brought me out here. And it's right over here. Right here. This is the grave site of the late, great Hank Mobley, right there. Yes. Yes, Hank Mobley. One of the greatest saxophonists ever. And I'm here just visiting his site. I'm feel blessed to have written lyrics in many of his compositions. And so actually I was coming from New York City, visiting, hanging out with Lou Donaldson for his 90th birthday celebration. That was the other night before last. And I hung around another day. And that thing up at the Lincoln Center, Lou Donaldson's 90th birthday celebration was a really fantastic party. And Lou Donaldson played his ass off. We have to celebrate our elders while they're here on earth. And the day before I went to see Lou Donaldson, I was hanging with Jimmy Heath for his 90th birthday celebration at the Kennedy Center. Now, Lou Donaldson was at the Dizzy Coca-Cola Club at the Lincoln Center, but the night before I was at the Kennedy Center with the great Jimmy Heath. So I had already planned, I didn't know exactly what day I was going to come, but I had already planned to come visit Hank Mobley's gravesite. So I found it. The guy said, oh yeah, that's right around here. We walked around for a short while and we found it right here. So I just want to say, Hank Mobley, I love this brother. I only saw him play one time. That he was playing at the Blue Coronet. That was on Fulton Street in Brooklyn. And he was kind of sick then. He didn't look too well. But I was quite familiar with his music. So since restudying and re-listening to a lot of his sounds, I started to write lyrics to his music around 2000. The first one was 2000. I wrote lyrics to This I Dig of You. And then once I went to get permission to copyright, I had to contact his estate, which was ran by Second Floor Publishing, Don Sickler. And Don gave me permission and told me I could have full range of Hank's music. And I just started compiling. And I had about Shoot, I probably had about 100 songs. I just started knocking them off one by one. So This I Dig At You, East of the Village, No Room for Squares, Upper Step, so many of them. Soul Station, Split Feelings, Dig This, Hank's Symphony, Hank's Symphony, Hank's Walls, so many of them. So I love this brother Baptist beat. I just feel like, especially on the Baptist beat, he reminds me of this Baptist preacher. And this cat, it's like he's talking to me. He's like he's talking to me. So the lyrics are pretty easy to write, Hank Mobley. I love Hank Mobley. So I just wanted to stop here and just pay tribute to this brother, you know, and maybe one day set up, maybe bring a horn player out here with me next time. A couple of horn players, we come out here and do a musical treat. That's what they do at the Charlie Parker. Oh yeah, back in August, I visited Charlie Parker's gravesite, and that was really fantastic. I bet that was my 4th time going to Kansas City as a musical tribute to Charlie Parker. And then the month before that, I stopped in North Carolina and stopped at John Coltrane's memorial. So I'm just playing tribute to these brothers in my own way. And I hope you can appreciate this, what I'm doing, and you can pass it on. And, you know, repost these little videos, and because they're quite informative. And so anyway, this is George V. Johnson Jr. of the Washington, D.C. Jazz Network, with highlights from Hank Mobley gravesite here in Collingdale, Pennsylvania, at the historic Eaton Cemetery. So I'm headed back to Washington, D.C. now. And my next stop may be, at another famous person's, Lee Morgan. He's not far from here. So I might visit the Lee Morgan gravesite and do a tribute to him. I've written lyrics to quite a few of these cats' music. So George V. Johnson, signing out. Peace.